Okay. Are we? You talking to me? Are you ready? Are you ready? I'm ready. We're gonna watch a chess video. Hopefully it's a good one. Well, actually, we're gonna watch a chess game, a chess video, with people playing and stuff. We're gonna react to it, see what happens. See if we see good moves, bad moves. Maybe we see better moves. Maybe we see something unexpected. Dum, 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 dum. So, coffee chess, and it's the Great Carlini. He's been using the dark side of the force to conquer the galaxy. Let's see what happens. So white pieces is Jedi Knight Brian, or Jedi Knight Brian.
Next. My next victim.
Ooh.
By the way, if you want to play,
Carlini likes to talk.
yelling at the board or something like that, you can too.
So Carlini has black.
If you see a good move for him or something, go ahead. I don't mind losing.
Knight F3.
Hey, on the sidelines. But I ain't gonna lose.
Normal opening.
Brian already knows.
We basically have a King's Indian with colors reversed. 8-6. Well, it's something I tend to play, but then I go Bishop F5, he goes Bishop G4. 8-6 doesn't really make sense in connection with Bishop to G4. Actually, white should play H3 now. Because black needs to lose time, Bishop H5, Bishop G6. Because you can't never take with the G pawn, but okay. Queen D7, oh, he's going for stuff like this. Okay, he's actually making sense of the 8-6 move. A little bit more here, because if takes, queen takes, there's no knight G5 to kick the queen, but let's see what happens. I wonder where black is going to castle. E5. Knight H7, yeah, he didn't really have a choice because he could put the queen on D7. D7 would have been a more natural square for the knight, so yeah, a little bit unusual. Seems like black is just playing blitz. He's sort of blitzing out all his moves. Might have gained. What did they start with 5 minutes? He has 5:22. Is this increment or what's going on? I need to see what happens on the next move if they're playing with increment or not. Blah blah blah. So white, Bishop D2, 347. Yeah, he made time there, so it's increment. So he's definitely gaining on the clock. Yeah, from what I've seen from this guy Carlini, he plays quite fast. I mean, he's good, but I don't think he's as good as he thinks he is. I will see. He's a crafty player, 92. Makes some sense. I might want to put the knight maybe on F4, maybe on H5. So Queen C7 sort of forces white to put the pony where he wants to go. Knight G1, no, Knight F4, man. What's wrong with Knight F4? Then you can put it on H5 and it's hard to kick it there. Also, if black had castled, then you get your knight to H5, you have bishop on D2 and you have ideas with sacrifices on H6 or G7. Yeah, not necessarily so bad for white to have exchanged the light squared bishop if he goes for an attack on the king side. With D1. Again, I would have tried to build up on the king side. B3 doesn't seem like it's really necessary. If black were to go C4, you just go D4 there. So I think B3 sort of weakens. So now he goes knight H3. Wanted to go to F4, I guess. Which he should have done in the first place, but so he's losing some time there. But it's a close position, so time is not perhaps super important. Knight F4, okay. I think I like white here. Queen A6. Was the B pawn attacked before? Yeah. But I probably would have gone like rook b1 or bishop c1. I can't remember. Yeah, if bishop c1 was possible. That's probably the best way to keep the queen side intact. So because of the b3 move, black can now, you know, take on b3 and open up some stuff there on the queen side, which is what the white doesn't want. So now you must spend time to protect the b pawn. I think rook d1 is not a very consistent move in these structures because there's nothing going to happen really on the d file. So even though black has been losing time with queen d7 to c7 and knight h7, which still looks a bit offside. White has been losing time as well with rook d1 to b1, and the knight took too long to get to f4. But things are still balanced, though. No, he just hung up on when I said that. Or did he? Bishop takes b4, knight takes f3. Can we trap it? Don't see. Well, maybe we can. Now you should probably move the bishop, but where? No. Hang on a minute. Maybe bishop d6. Bishop d6, knight d4, a5. Bishop d6. You have to move the knight on f3. Yeah, bishop d6 was the move, I think. Although maybe he has knight d5, but it's difficult to see. I think bishop d6 was the best chance. But now black is one up pawn. And he's well up on the clock. Knight h5 finally, that's the idea we wanted. Now is it too late? It's hard to get the pieces involved there. Queen can't go to the 4th rank. And we can't exchange queens because we're down this pawn. So yeah, the rooks aren't active. White doesn't have enough. Black should win here. I mean, white must go on the back foot now, play queen d1, protect the b3 pawn, but black's play is easy. He's going to play rook c8 quite quickly, I imagine. Because why not? Yeah. So black is in full control now. Yeah, white must go for it. Yeah, something like this. f4, f5. Now we get some excitement music. What's going on? Well, we get excitement in the position. Yeah, I like how this guy uses music. I think queen e4. It looks like a good move. You're threatening queen g2 check. It looks decent as well, I guess. I would have played queen e4. But this may be, maybe he's preparing queen e4. Oh, hey, that would allow knight g5 mate. f5, knight g5 mate, yo. So they're playing by touch move rules. Tactic, knight g5 check. Pawn takes, rook takes h2. So come on. The Great Carlini. Can you win a queen? Show us how great you are. Not so great. Knight g5. It's a nice tactic. I might whip it up here. Might whip it up on the screen. Yo.
I'm a nice person. I'm trying to win it.
What? I was paying too much attention to the black mate. I like queen g. He just took a pawn on b3 and checkmate. I was like, yeah, he could have played knight g5 and blah 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 and rook takes h2 and it's a nice tactic, but it didn't see it. Checkmate, yo. Wow, that was out of the blue. Wow, if people were betting live on that one, somebody would have made a lot of money, and a lot of people would have lost a lot of money. That was a good one, man. Hey, hey, I might throw in the tactic. Hey, why don't we have a quick post-mortem while we're at it, you know? So let's see this game. So we had a King's Indian attack. Knight d2 is more common here, but he went with knight g3. I think I saw him mention in one of his videos that Yeah, he knows he's not playing it the most common way. Here h6 makes more sense with bishop f5 perhaps, if you want to tuck it back here. But I went with bishop g4. In that case, I don't think that h6 is really necessary. But okay, he went with bishop h3 here, which is probably more dangerous if black goes with some kind of h5, but did not do that. Instead, we got sort of a standard king's Indian attack. I don't think white should be worrying too much about this bishop just yet. Maybe immediately go with this maneuver with a knight to f4. I don't think you have to declare this bishop just yet. It doesn't really do anything on d2. So I think white should wait there. But he went bishop d2. Doesn't damage his position at all. I mean, bishop e7. And now knight e2. Makes sense, but also shows that c3 is perhaps not the best square in these structures. Quite often the knight goes through this route. He plays h4 and goes either through e3 or h2 to g4 to attack from there. But here he has a different route. Queen c7, now the pawn is attacked. Kaboom! And now he went, yeah, knight g1. This can't be a good move. Just go knight f4 here. Unless there's a problem that I don't see, because yeah, this knight can go to h5, a very good square. Probably white would have, black would have castled queenside in that case, but then he has to figure with the b4 move here. But knight g1, yeah, I don't like this move, but it turned out okay. Again here, the rook doesn't really do anything on d1, so would rather have made some useful move. Maybe queen e2, then bring a rook to e1, or improve this knight that's not so great on g1. And then came queen b6. Here I would have, since he played rook d1, I think I would have tucked my bishop back to c1 and protected the pawn from there. And if you do that, the bishop is kind of on this diagonal anyway, this one here. So just keep it on c1, it serves the same purpose, and it's going to be hard for black to do anything on the queen side, because now you got the b2 pawn protected, and the queen sort of has to get out of the way for black to move the b pawn. Black goes c4, you play d4, and the queen side attack is quite slow. Meanwhile, white should build up on the king side, so b3. And now the knight went to h3, to the f4 square where it belongs. Queen a6, he's attacking this. So I guess a4 should be okay here. And now we went with c4, starting to open things up here. d4 was played, trying to keep things closed. Carlini took. And now here's a moment that I missed during the game after queen d1. Took on e3, and when I was reacting I didn't see that. White can simply play bishop e3, and this guy cannot be saved. This is often a theme in some lands in the French, especially the exchange variation. And the main problem is, if you go here, I guess we can go with this move, and you lose control over the knight. And if you go to c3, I think knight e2 should be the move here. Is that the move? I think so. Now we have, yeah, this pin decides. So that would have more or less ended the game, but instead he took on b4. And here I was right during the reaction that bishop d6 should be played here. A nice Christian soup covering this. And if you go back here, I think we have a5. And the queen can't keep control of this. So the knight would have to go to g5, but this is a bit clumsy. And white should have full compensation here. But okay, he took an f3. And here black should be much better. Finally, knight h5. White has to try something. And I liked, okay, white is on the back foot here, but he realized he's down a pawn. Black has the c file, nothing really to worry about. White has to react here. And he went with f4. Even though, you know, it's a blitz game, it opened things up. Probably something like queen e4 here is very dangerous. And I think after this, he should have played actually queen e4. Which he didn't, but queen e4. Just a centralizing move. I think I mentioned it during the reaction. And this is dangerous. In some cases, we can go here as well. And yeah, just looks winning. Instead, he went rook 8 to c3, which is still okay. And here, yeah, here's the tactic I was talking about. He should have played knight to g5 here. And this is beautiful. Of course, king here. Simply rook takes the pawn. And mate should follow shortly. And if f takes g5, we remove the guard. We play rook takes h2. And we win the queen. And what's more, this knight doesn't really have any squares. Rook c2 is coming. This is just completely game over. This is coming. Yeah, this is hanging. And whichever way the queen needs to penetrate, it will after the king moves. We checkmate to follow. Instead, inexplicable blunder. Rook takes b3. And queen takes g7. So overall, yeah, quite a decent game. I think black, his main problem is he's playing, okay, he's putting time pressure on his opponent. But he's playing too fast and superficial when he doesn't have to. He had plenty of time. There was no need to not check knight takes d4 and also to take more time here. See knight g5 and rook takes, not play rook takes b3. So black paid for playing too fast. But yeah, good job by White on taking his chances when they arrived. And yeah, you gotta see them made it once, you know. But okay. Again, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this, guys, and I'll do more if you like it. But either way, thanks for watching. If you like, you know, these kind of videos, we'll do more. So it's just an experiment, and you know, tell me if you like it.